June 2nd, 1942. Pearl Harbor, 4:17 a.m. The harbor is still wrapped in darkness when the first sparks begin to fly. They cut through the silence like gunfire. On the deck of the shattered aircraft carrier USS Yorktown, men move like shadows under harsh floodlights. The smell of burned steel and saltwater hangs thick in the air. Somewhere deep inside the hull, a hammer slams again and again, echoing through the wounded ship like a heartbeat refusing to stop. Just days earlier, she should have been at the bottom of the ocean. You can almost feel the heat of it, the chaos she escaped. The bombs, the torpedoes, the violent shudder of metal tearing apart under enemy fire during the Battle of the Coral Sea. Yorktown had taken hits that would have crippled most carriers beyond saving. Her flight deck was buckled, her boilers flooded, her systems torn apart. Official assessment? Months of repairs. Minimum. But war doesn't wait. And now, under the dim lights of Pearl Harbor, one man is staring at the impossible and refusing to accept it. Commandant Charles H. Swede Momsen, an engineer with a reputation for solving problems no one else would even attempt, runs his hand along a fine, jagged tear in the steel. His face is streaked with sweat and grease. His eyes are locked, calculating. Around him, over 1,400 shipyard workers swarm the vessel like ants rebuilding a fallen giant. No speeches, no hesitation, just one brutal reality. They have 72 hours. Not weeks, not days, 72 hours. To Bratz, June 3rd, 1942. Pearl Harbor, 11:52 p.m. The ship is alive. Barely. You can hear it in the trembling hum beneath your feet, the patched boilers forcing steam through wounded arteries, the generators coughing power into circuits that were never meant to run this way. Every vibration feels wrong, and yet, impossibly, it's working. On the bridge of the USS Yorktown, red lights glow over exhausted faces. Officers speak in low, urgent tones. No one says it out loud, but every man here understands. This ship is not ready for war, but war is already here. Commander Charles H. Momsen stands near the rail, staring into the black ocean. The wind cuts across the deck, carrying the scent of oil and fresh wells. Behind him, a repair chief approaches, helmet tucked under his arm. "We've stabilized most of the critical systems," he says. "Flight decks, usable. Not perfect, but planes can take off." Momsen turns. "Landings?" The man hesitates. "We'll try." That's all there is. No guarantees, no safety net. Just a floating gamble, heading straight into one of the most important battles of the war. Below deck, the situation is even more fragile. Temporary patches hold back pressure that should tear them apart. Engineers monitor gauges that flicker unpredictably. A single failure, one burst pipe, one electrical surge could cascade into total collapse. A young sailor wipes sweat from his face, staring at a dial that refuses to stay steady. "Sir, if this line goes, we lose." June 4th, 1942. Pacific Ocean, 6:03 a.m. The plane doesn't fall. It climbs. Steadily, cleanly, defiantly. For a brief second, the entire deck of the USS Yorktown seems frozen in disbelief. Then, cheers erupt. Not loud, not wild, but sharp, relieved, almost disbelieving, because that one takeoff proves something extraordinary. The impossible is holding. More aircraft roll forward. Dive bombers, torpedo planes, fighters. Each one carries not just bombs, but faith. Faith in repairs that were never meant to last. Faith in steel that was never meant to hold. And as each aircraft launches into the morning sky, the Yorktown transforms. No longer a wounded ship, but a weapon. High above the Pacific, the pilots form up. Below them, the ocean stretches endlessly calm, almost peaceful. But somewhere out there, Hidden beyond the horizon lies the heart of the Japanese fleet. 4 carriers, veterans of the attack on Pearl Harbor. Powerful, experienced, deadly. They believe they hold the advantage. They have no idea what's coming. Back on the Yorktown, tension doesn't ease. If anything, it tightens. Because now comes the harder part: recovery. Landing an aircraft on a carrier is already one of the most dangerous maneuvers in war. Now, imagine doing it on a deck that was half destroyed, barely repaired, and still unstable beneath your feet. One mistake, one miscalculation, and the consequences aren't just deadly, they could tear the ship apart. The first returning June 4th, 1942, Pacific Ocean, 2:38 p.m. The fires are still burning. Thick black smoke coils into the sky from the shattered deck of the USS Yorktown, twisting like a signal to the enemy. We are still here, and that's the problem, because now they know exactly where to strike. Below deck, the air is suffocating. You can almost taste the oil and ash with every breath. Emergency lights cast a dim, flickering glow over twisted metal and exhausted faces. Water sloshes knee-deep in some compartments, mixing with fuel and debris. And still, the engineers work. Commander Charles H. Momsen moves through the chaos like a man who refuses to see defeat. Status: fires contained in sections A and B. Flooding stabilized, but bulkhead integrity is compromised. Backup generators are online, but we're losing pressure. Momsen cuts him off. Then we hold it, whatever it takes, because now it's no longer about fighting the enemy. It's about keeping the ship alive long enough to matter. Above deck, the crew fights a different battle. Hoses spray arcs of seawater into blazing wreckage. Fire teams move through smoke so thick they can barely see, guided only by instinct and shouted commands. Every step is dangerous. Every second counts. A sailor stumbles, coughing violently as smoke fills his lungs. Another grabs him, dragging him back before pushing forward again. No hesitation, no retreat. Because if the fire spreads, the ship is gone. And then the lookouts scream.